Everyone, and welcome in today to a special episode of BullyRunCoffee's channel. It is my great honor and distinct privilege to be here today with my friend Adam Hoover, who has been an amazing go-to with mid-century modern decorative arts and furniture for a very long time. You will see a building and things here that are unparalleled in the United States, and it's a privilege to have him here in Ohio. I will let him introduce himself and tell us all about you. So just let it rip.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Jason.
You're welcome.
I'm Adam Hoover. I own Main Street Modern. We're a 38,000 square foot destination for design lovers. We have everything from iconic pieces to like special hidden gems, and what's special about us is that we offer reupholstery and refinishing services. So we are working with all the emerging textile artists. We're offering the full restoration and design of a piece to make it custom for you. And because we have so many pieces, we're really taking the hunt out of it. You come here, you can outfit a whole house. It's really turned into something amazing.
It really has. I've seen a lot of places like this in my time in this business, and I've seen a lot of come and go. Here there is staying power based on the fact of I, as an artist and as a craftsperson, look at the way things are constructed. I don't look at a maker, I don't look at a signature. As you all know on my channel, I base my collection on the integrity of the pieces and the artist and the energy that went into them. Much like Adam's store here, he has a discerning eye to only bring in the best of the best. In the other areas that he has that he considers lesser than, I personally don't. When I look at the way the store is displayed as well, sometimes you'll go in and such stores are not user-friendly and they're not customer-friendly, and I think he's built an incredible thing here to do color stories and to show you how these pieces as little vignettes will work in your specific spaces. It's truly inspirational as someone who's been in the business for 30 years of resale and going to all the different places that I've seen throughout the United States. I was unfamiliar with this, and it's just 30 minutes from my front door. He has been coming to my estate sales for a very long time. And so, finally I got a chance to see this, and he's gonna walk with us for just a couple minutes and show us some of his more standout pieces and also how he has the store laid out, if that's okay.
Yeah,
makes sense?
Totally fine.
All right,
Yeah,
Chair, we go ahead and pause and
So big box retailers, they're filled with no, let's start over. Hold on. Okay, what we got is one of the largest collections in the United States. We have just such amazing pieces. These are pieces that 10 years ago I would have had to drive to New York City and find a parking for my car and then travel all over the city just trying to find a couple shops to see these pieces. And I brought all these pieces together here in Ohio. This is probably one of the most iconic pieces of furniture. This is the thin jewel constellation table. This is actual rosewood, which you can't bring to the country anymore. And these are silver medallions that are actually inset in the table. There's the classic Eames chair that everybody wants. This is a sofa by Adrian Pearsall, but it's covered in Jack Leonard Larson fabric. This table by Kittinger has been on the cover of Elle Decor and a couple of design magazines several times. There's a Gents Rhythm credenza back here. This guy's been refinished. This has an insane number of drawers, and what's even cooler about it is it has the Y pools, and the Y pools are extremely rare, and so to have a cabinet with that many pools and special feet and everything, it's really awesome. This is a bunch of Paul Macabre. These are Paul Macabre chairs. I personally really love this Paul Macabre chair. The wing back on it is awesome. This is a Paul Macabre sofa we did in Knoll fabric. We made a custom semi-attached back cushion that's tufted, which I really like. And we actually have another one of those if you want to recover it in your own fabric. This is Mind the Gap, which is like a brand new velvet company. This shipped from Romania. It was made in England, I believe. But these here, this is from Sweden, this fabric. And House of Hackney, which we have on a few things. Those are three of the most amazing emerging textile artists that are doing crazy velvets. This is an Edward Burnley sofa that's been completely redone. This is one of the only new things that's in the store. There's a couple of these. We make this chair. It's based off of the Seal chair by Jack Leonard by Kofod Larson. you know, the steel chair is unattainable for most in the $15,000 range. That chair, we're making it, I think it's in the $2,000 some dollar range.
And you know, the weird thing is, we'll see them in books, and then we never see them in real life, and here it is. And it's for sale, which is the best, you know? Should be in a museum at this point.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's Tommy Parzinger. There's a whole bunch of great stuff just in this room. And this room is, you know, I don't know.
Who did this one?
1/20th of the building. This has all got actual spring cushions, so there's no foam in there.
Yeah.
It's actually, well, they're foam wrapped, but they're spring-loaded cushions. We call them Marshall units, but this is a teak sofa. It's all redone. That's new Pindler fabric. Wow. This is a Peter Havitz sofa. This is like a velvet, so it's naturally creating all kinds of different dimples in it, and it has the really light lines. It's amazing. This is Tommy Parzinger, which is one of my favorite designers. He's a German immigrant. He was making furniture in New York, and although he made multiples of the same design, most designs were not mass produced at all. They were custom built for individual homes. A few years ago, if he had any partner, she passed away, and they sold off her collection, and it did amazing.
Wow.
Anyway, this is rare stuff. Look
So
at these.
can you explain to the viewers as well, because I think there's people that even come to my channel that aren't familiar with this, because it seems like a whole new universe. Usable, obviously, utilitarian, highly stylized in design sense, and then also, can you talk about the investment part of it? Like, how do you see the prices? You know, you see that it is an investment, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff is already doubled in price, maybe even quadrupled in price in the last 4 years. I mean, last 10 years or so.
Sure.
Since COVID, things have increased in price a little bit more, and now with cheap furniture becoming more expensive with tariffs, I think that mid-century is about to have another increase in price.
Good
I
point.
think all antique furniture in general is going to increase in price because when the cheapest sofa becomes $300 more, everything goes up. Everything goes up in value.
Yep.
So anyway, I think that mid-century is very popular. It has become slightly oversaturated. I think a mix is really where we are, and I think that quality is what matters. So, you know, buying the best that you can is important. Those are the pieces that go. The best mid-century will continue to go up in value. Yeah, just buy the best quality.
Buy the best you can. And then, how about we go this way through the center of this? And you had mentioned, Adam, so we can kind of tell the people that are outside the state that don't have the luxury of living in Ohio. You said, how many square feet do you have?
There's 38,000 square feet.
38,000 square feet. And when we say that it is full, extremely full, but you can see throughout the whole entire stretch of the building, extremely well curated. And Jeremy, if you want to go do some close-ups of some of the decorative arts as well, the paintings and the artwork, they resonate with me as an artist, and I've seen a lot of work so far that I'm absolutely inspired by, to say the least. And then Adam, tell them what your normal business hours are and how you function as a store. When do you start? When do you have your grand opening? And then when do you stay open through? And what are your shop hours for people that would like to know?
Yeah, so April 5th, it's this Saturday, it's tomorrow. That's our season opener. And we close down at the end of October and we open the first week of April every year. Season opener, we don't let anybody in the month before the season opener. And we really just take a few appointments during the winter. So there's a lot of accumulation from the year before. And what we do is we move everything around in the building to give everybody a new experience. We refresh everything, we wipe everything down, and we reimagine the spaces. And so opening day is a big day. There will be a lot of people here in line. We'll sell a lot of stuff on opening day, but don't worry, I already have loads of stuff to pick up to bring back in to fill up the spaces. So we're going to be open moving forward until the end of October on Saturdays from 10 to 3, and we may do Thursdays. We're not going to do Thursdays right at the first, but probably Thursdays 2 to 7 starting in a few weeks.
There you go, perfect. And thank you so much for inviting Jeremy and I as well today for the quick preview, and thank you for having BullyRunCoffee set up for your grand opening. So part of the celebration is Adam decided to asked Jeremy to come set up the trailer, the BullyRunCoffee trailer, and Jeremy was like a little kid on Christmas when you asked him. So excited. And we have heard the crowds are quite substantial. So.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people
there's
here.
going to be a lot of people.
I didn't know that you could run out of coffee, but a lot of trucks have like called people and was like, "I need you to bring me stuff."
This is definitely a coffee crowd.
We're excited to have you, Jeremy.
Yeah,
thank you,
Adam. Come on, Jeremy, come this way and show them a little bit more. And then, if you don't mind, Adam, could we go upstairs for the clothes?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. We should go down here and go.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, Jeremy, if you just want to kind of just walk them down there, just kind of let them all see and just kind of go real slow and let them all take it in. Because a lot of these people that watch your channel, Jeremy, and that watch mine as well, they really do want to see what Ohio has to offer. And I said, this is extremely well curated and such a delight to see because I've lived with such pieces in my life for a very long time, and it's just an incredible, incredible assortment. I will say a labor of love to accumulate this much, but also the quality. That's the one thing that we usually don't see. We see a lot of kitschy, we see a lot of superficial, but we don't see the high-end design aesthetics that these pieces have. And I think that's the one thing that gets me going personally, is seeing so much of it in one area. I just think it's fantastic. Adam, go ahead and say whatever else you have for our people.
I'm not really into the kitschy, and that's what a lot of people think of mid-century, but I'm into more of stylized mid-century. It leans actually towards traditional, but it has modern elements, and it takes away ornamentation. And so that's really what I like, and that look mixes with all looks, where, what people think of like Jetsons type stuff, I don't dislike that in any way, but that's not really what I'm into. I'm into really good quality. Like Jason said, the quality is what I'm about. So I try to have pieces that are going to last. They've already lasted 50 years, but they're made to keep going. They're not on their last life by any means. They can be redone and live a whole nother 50, 60 years.
I think the one thing that I noticed about modern, and I'm glad you mentioned that, is because that struck a chord with me, not to interrupt the flow, but when I look at some modern, I see dental office, I see doctor's office, I see clinical, I see sometimes even that green, that's that medicinal green that brings you back to a doctor's office. These pieces don't. They have a warmth, they have a design sense still that's very high style, but it's very usable. It doesn't look cold and distant. It has that home feel, and you really have constructed quite a collection here. Just absolutely astounding. I mean, I'm like at a loss for words. I look around and I'm like, every single space I look at, it's incredible. The light fixtures, the decorative arts, art pottery, art glass, the paintings and prints. This place just keeps going. It really does. Jeremy, did you get these light fixtures? Did you get the Nelson lamp? And did you get these down here that I went nuts about earlier? Did you do those at all? No? Like, look at those. Like,
he's got 2 hours in tape.
I'm like, look, I know. I'm absolutely crazed over it. But these are just outstanding things that you just don't see. Look at that red one, Jeremy. Like that one right there. God, it just gets me going. And this one, Jeremy, is my favorite. This one. See, I go crazy because then I have to start shopping in my mind. Look at that one, Jeremy. That's incredible.
Yeah,
So
there are some
really
incredible things here for sure.
I've seen this in a book before, but I've never seen it in real life. I have seen that in a book, and I've never seen it. That's incredible. Well, thanks. Let's go do close, Jeremy. Go ahead and pause. Sorry. Asked Jeremy for the phone. I wanted to show the art wall at the top of the stairs because if you're into decorative arts, things to hang on the walls that elevates your space, here is a place to come. And then if we go way over here, look at the rows and rows and rows of furniture. And I think why I wanted to show you this is if you wanted items in quantity as well, obviously not just one piece every single time. And then as we go down this way, here, Jeremy, I'll show them that. And then Adam will show you.
Yeah, it's all good design.
Yep, all the way down. So the whole place.
Bowman, Ward Bennett, Jens Rism, Paul Evans, Not Sure, Lucier. It just goes on and on.
Let's over here too.
I love that sofa
Here, Jeremy.
back there.
Go ahead, start there.
The
Thanks.
Harvey Prober. You know, Restoration Hardware is making. They're making like a couple of Harvey Prober's designs, and they're like $30,000, brand new. And you know, it's like it's wood grown in a foreign place fast. It's not underneath there. It's not the same.
Yeah. But you're versed in that, and you know those things, which is incredible as well.
Yeah, I mean, like that's that little bracket back sofa. You know, everything here is we've weeded out. We've tried to weed out the mundane, the normal stuff. That sofa, I don't know who made that, but that's amazing, and that's not a bad one to reupholster. It's actually a pretty easy job, and the refinishing of the wood isn't horrible. That could be an amazing sofa. Somebody could buy that, and they could put a couple $1,000s into it, and that would be a showstopper.
They last a lifetime.
Oh, there's nothing on that sofa will ever
Look
break
at the
down.
arm, Jeremy, how the arm becomes the base as well. That's always been a design sense I've loved. Ever since I've seen them. Absolutely love it. Yep. And then in through here, Jeremy, look. Then we get into more,
Some 80s
yep, more contemporary 80s. With the stacking tables, the nesting tables, Jeremy, there. Yep. These pillars are awesome. I didn't see those earlier. Those pillars over there, Jeremy, that lacquer. Remember in Beechwood we had a pair like that we sold? Very, very quickly sold out.
The young females really like this kind of stuff.
Yep. Jeremy, look at all these. Awesome. Really, really awesome. Alright. And then Jeremy, this is the Fashion District.
This is Lost Thread Vintage. It's a mix. It's probably got 6 different vendors, and so they're all up here. We manage it, but that gives us a wide range of items. You know, because we have 5 different people and what they think is awesome, and they bring the coolest stuff that they have here, and we mix it all together into one store. It's really unbelievable. I've been to other vintage shops, and I think I'm shopping at Goodwill. This is all good stuff. Again, we try to deal in quality.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything else like this.
No, I've never seen
Not
it.
around here.
How cool these
That's a
are.
collection. A guy only wore tiki shirts, and he donated a bunch of his shirts. Well, I don't know that he donated them. They took pictures of them for the book on tiki shirts. And I think we got like 1,000 shirts from that guy. It was.
And I thought I had a collection. I bought a collection in Akron about, I would say it was probably about 14 or 15 years ago. And he had a heck of a collection. And then he had the photopolyester versions. The ones that were like the photopolyester of like 7 dwarves hidden on a mountaintop kind of thing. So, but yeah, very familiar to me. But again, hard to find. Well curated yet again. Vintage cheese, Jeremy, for all of our vintage fashion lovers.
You want to say anything, Josh?
Josh, you want to say anything? Spit it out. Now's your chance.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't been here, you're missing out. I mean, I've traveled all over the country looking for vintage, and there's not really anything quite like this unless you go to like a huge antique mall, and there are several vintage clothing vendors in there. But,
Right.
But then you're having to like sort through everything versus just come here and see all the vintage at once.
Right. And you said you have 6 different sets of eyes and hands constructing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
6
we make
different
it.
perspectives.
We make it all one store, but you know, everybody, even with furniture, we all make different
dresses on the
choices
back row
on
too,
what
Jeremy.
is amazing in the way we.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Just we put the energy into it, you know.
It's like a permanent pop-up.
Yeah, it is. Good way to say it.
So.
It's so well
I mean, vintage clothing is growing every year. I feel like. That's why these that's why these other shops the stuff's picked over. It's harder to get. And so by the time they get stuff and sell their best stuff, the stuff that's left over is not.
Right. Yeah. Not desirable.
And then Jimmy, go through the back room too, if you don't mind.
Over here to show them because I think a lot of
always
people
brings
have
them
an
in.
issue.
What is that? What's that?
Jewelry stuff on the rack too, Jeremy.
Oh, I get set that to the side. I'm gonna buy that for my wife.
Good job.
Seriously. Yeah. So you gotta
This stuff too. And then, do you want to do?
Because I'll forget.
Do you want to do security, or do you want to? Do you want to show them where the trailer would be set up, or do you just want to do this and then call it? It's up to you. Yeah, just go through here and show them these too, so they understand tons of vintage pieces that, again, you're not going to find them anywhere else. It's not going to happen. Not this many of them, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, you can pause them there. Perfect. So the magic happens here because we're right back where we started. And so I wanted to personally thank you so much.
Oh, thank
for
you,
having us.
Jason. Yeah.
And please, if you're in the area, Adam is going to give you an address to stop on by and to shop with him when he is open, and also contact information.
Yeah, so we're located at 618 Mulberry Road, southeast Canton, Ohio. It's a dead-end road. We're the second building from the end. There's a bunch of graffiti on the front. Monster Steve actually did all that. So if you've come to that scary building, that's the one. The best way to follow us is probably Instagram. Obviously Facebook too, but our Instagram gets the most updates, I would probably say, and that's Main Street Modern, all spelled out, one word. Yeah, if you got any pictures or anything you want to sell us, you can email those to us. I don't know.
100%.
Thanks for
You
Jason.
are the go-to, and if you saw something in this video that you have at home, he is the go-to for this. Trust me, I know it all too well.
Yeah, tomorrow after 10.
Yes, and give him some time to rest. Also, I do want to say a special thank you for allowing BullyRunCoffee to record and also to set up for your major event tomorrow.
Yeah, we're pumped about it.
Jeremy's so
Can't
excited.
wait.
So,
Can't
all right,
wait.
thank you so much again.
You bet.
You take it
All
easy.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy.